What happens after XRP moons? Lottery winner syndrome or become a force for good? A lot of us are going to have sudden wealth like lottery winners. Well, what are you going to do then? You know, if we do not use our power of choice wisely, we're going to end up monetarily broke again. You know, figures do not lie, just some liars do not figure. Do not lie to yourself. Mentally prepare. There are smart people in our XRP community, and I'm not trying to leave anybody out. Promise. 3 in particular that I'm listening to: Cryptopolis, Jerry Hall, and the Digital Asset Investor. But again, not trying to slide anyone. Crypto Airy, Sam I Am, To the Lifeboats, Jungle Inc., The Bearable Bull, Kevin Cage. So many. I don't have time to name them all in this video right now, but I just these 3 in particular, from a financial standpoint, I think that they know. They've said some things to me that have really helped me greatly. And based on where DAI led me, I personally took advantage of I Trust Capital. Not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, have not even ever played one on television. Just sharing what I chose to do for me. All right, lottery winners are more likely to declare bankruptcy within 3 to 5 years than the average American. What's more, studies have shown that winning the lottery does not necessarily make you happier or healthier. You know, having more money just makes you more of you. If you're a turd, all you're going to do is be a turd with more money. So if we do not begin to take a look and slow down and prepare, then we're going to have some money and then it's just going to all go away. Evidence shows that most people who make it to the top 1% of income earners usually don't stay at the top very long, writes the Washington Post's Janelle Marte. And a little more we continue. Economist J.L. Zagorski agrees with the research. He writes for the U.S. News and World Report. Studies found that instead of getting people out of financial trouble, winning the lottery got people into more trouble, since bankruptcy rates have soared for lottery winners 3 to 5 years after winning. The information from those quotes I found in an article from CNBC, and I want to make sure I give credit for where I found those quotes. All right. I also wanted to make sure that I left you and included in this video a really good story. Facts are important and news is important, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? People really like stories. And so I wanted to share a story that helps me personally to keep my own priorities straight, and I hope it'll do the same for you. Okay, before I start this, I want to make sure and give a shout out to one of the people that I've come to admire the most in the space that I did not mention earlier, but wanted to make sure that I say a very deep and sincere thank you to Brad Kimes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so here's our story. Here we go. All right, there is a wonderful fable about a young girl who was walking through a meadow when she came upon a butterfly impaled upon a thorn. Very carefully, she released the butterfly and it began to fly away. Then it turned around and came back and turned into a beautiful, good fairy. For your kindness, she tells the little girl, I will grant you your fondest wish. The little girl thinks for a moment and replies, I just want to be happy. The good fairy leans toward her and whispers in her ear, and then suddenly vanishes. As she grew, no one in the land was more happy as she was. When anyone asked her for the secret of her happiness, she would only smile and say, I listened to a good fairy. As she grew quite old, the neighbors were afraid the fabulous secret might die with her. Tell us, please, they begged. Tell us what the good fairy said. The now lovely old lady simply smiled and said, she told me that everyone, no matter how secure they seemed, had need of me. We all need each other. And that story is credited to Leo Buscaglia. So this is my story, and I'm sticking to it. XRP Army News was created to give everyone in the XRP Army a place to share their story. Ready to share yours? Fantastic. Get in touch with me. Let's do it. You know, we get news and facts and all of that other kind of stuff, and that's fantastic. I've been watching these things every day and, you know, maybe 2-3 hours a day for the last year getting educated about all of this stuff, and I'm eternally grateful to all of my fantastic, wonderful, incredible XRP influencers. And I actually created a site with my partners that is called the XRP Army News. And the reason that we did it selfishly was in the beginning for me to be able to have a place where I could find a centrally located place for me to be able to find the information from my favorite influencers. Then we put the site together and then also decided that we'd like to have a place where the most recent tweets from all of my favorite XRP influencers could also be found readily and easily. So we put it together. And then we decided to begin to interview some of those people to be able to let them share their story, and so everyone in the Army could get to know the influencers a little bit better than just what we hear on the informational videos that we hear every day. And then I also wanted to begin to interview anyone in the Army who wanted to share their story and give them a platform to be able to share what they'd like to let everybody else know about their journey in crypto and XRP and everything else. So anyway, I felt like there was a place and a space in our community for a little bit more in-depth interviews to be able to find out more about each one of us. So I invite all of you, if you would like to share your story, we would love to be able to help you do that. All right? Keep your priorities straight when we moon. Really doesn't make any difference if you have any more money. What it all really boils down to is how much of it do you keep and what you do with it. All right? Do good. That's what we're here for. We all need each other. All right? Take care, everyone. Good day.